Hey everybody, it's Gina B. Wow, it has been like 2 weeks since I've been here. So, wow. I'm just going to give you a really quick lowdown as to why I have not been here in a more regular manner. Story of my life. First things first. About around 2 weeks ago, roughly. I'd say around 9-10 days ago, probably. Right around when I was supposed to do another video. My 10-month-old twin granddaughter, Chloe, decided to, on accident of course, ingest a broken up, chewed up, like one of those little bar erasers. So she ingested and swallowed probably three pieces of this eraser. At least one of those pieces got lodged in her left lung, and she ended up going to the hospital with my daughter and my granddaughter's father, and they ended up having to put her under anesthesia, go in and retrieve at least the larger of the pieces out of her lung. Well, her left lung swelled so much that they could just get the one piece, not the other couple little tiny pieces, even with their small instruments. So it was touch and go, and it was an absolute terrifying nightmare for 2.5 days. And during that time, it was around 3 days, but I was terrified. I was praying. I was scared, because that whole situation could have been fatal. And it was just an accident. I mean, those things do happen. And anyhow, my husband and I took, for one of those nights, my granddaughter's twin brother, Carson, so they could focus on Chloe at the hospital. Well, after that whole nightmare, and then once we knew Chloe was going to be all right, and she ended up coughing up. They put a massive amount of antibiotics into her system, and she ended up coughing up the other few pieces, because she's doing much better now, which is, I thank God. Oh, do I thank God for that. And then my health progressively got worse, and I think I started to, as that time went on, I was starting to get more and more signs of the flu, and that has again progressively gotten worse. I just feel miserable. I have a little spark of energy right now, so I wanted to do this video and just let y'all know what was going on and why I've been gone, because I sure do miss just being here in my craft room on a regular basis and doing videos and creating journals and just being creative. I've really been missing that. And then on top of all of that, this past weekend, my husband, he's a firefighter, I've said this before. Well, he turned 50, and he, according to the protocol or policy of the fire department or the town, he has to have a colonoscopy at the age of 50. So he prepped for that over the weekend, and we went in on Monday morning, and they did the colonoscopy, and everything's fine with that. However, it had been many years since he'd been under anesthesia. Well, his body he kind of had an adverse reaction to it, and it took forever for them to rally him and get him to kind of wake up, and he had great difficulty even just really waking up. I managed to get him out of the hospital, get him something to eat, of course, because for 2.5 days you eat nothing, prepping for a colonoscopy. So he was really hungry, so I fed him, brought him home, and he was still just not right. And I ended up having to monitor him like every 45 minutes during the day till I went to bed. And I didn't sleep well that night because I was worried about him. You know, his heart rate goes down, your blood pressure goes down, especially under anesthesia. And he just couldn't wake up fully. He ended up sleeping, and I'm not kidding you, he ended up sleeping for almost 20 hours. The whole thing did a number to him. He's fine. It's all good. There was no signs of any bad things, you know. And I'm thankful for that. But wow, it really did a number to him, and then it did a number to me. So I'm sleep deprived. I kind of have the flu. Oh no, I have the flu. So yeah, it's been a long couple weeks. Okay, so now that I've let you know what was going on, when I was younger, okay, right into the next thing. It's good to be here though, even if it's just for a little bit. So when I was younger, I went to Catholic school, and one of the nuns, I mean, I loved all the nuns. I was very lucky. I mean, some kids didn't have so much good luck, but I had great luck. I was taught by some really cool nuns, and they weren't mean to me or anything like that. I loved Catholic school, actually. But there was one nun, and her name was Sister Lorraine, and she was a tiny itty bitty little thing, and she would take scrap paper or book pages or just all kinds of different textiles and materials, and she would cut strips of half-inch strips of paper or whatever it is that she was working with, whatever textile she was working with. She'd cut half-inch strips, and she'd make these braided bookmarks. Now, I've added a few things to it. You know, took my crocodile and put an eyelet here and a little piece of lace at the top here, and then I took some words that I typed up on my computer and printed them out. You know, create, respect, history, courage, unique, believe, journal. You know, just really cool inspirational words. And then this one I made for myself to go into my Bible. These are extra long bookmarks, but most Bibles are taller than your average standard book, so that's why I made these long, a little longer than most. So I made this one, and then this one says scriptures, prayer, faith, worship, Jesus, love, and I added I made some more boho beads. Now, I have checked, okay, I looked it up. There's a bazillion tutorials out there on boho beads. So I don't think you really need me to do that. I mean, if you want me to, I will. I will do a tutorial on how I make my boho beads. But I've watched a lot of videos on them, and we all pretty much kind of make them the same. You know, some use straws, some use roll and make their own paper tubes. I have little paper rollers. I got them on eBay like years ago, and you literally slide them in. Of course, I don't have them right here, but I make little paper tubes, little paper rolled beads from these little tools that I have. I use newspapers, but I usually try to use like thick newspaper, you know, like the thick newspaper flyers you get in like the Sunday newspapers, or a lot of times I use thick magazine pages. I don't use the really thin ones because I like them to be sturdy, and that's how I do it. But again, if you'd like me to, I will gladly do a small video showing you how I make my boho beads. So here's the 2 bookmarks, and then the papers, I used just book pages, and then I painted over some with some, variety, random, I just picked random colors of paint. This one's, I think, a shiny copper, and then this one, I painted some yellow, let me see, what is it, burnt sienna and yellow ochre paints, just cheap acrylic paints. I painted over them, and then I let them dry, and then I took a stamp. I think it was a stamp of the sun, like a Celtic kind of sun, and I stamped over it, and then I cut the strips of paper 1/2 inch long, and then I made these braided bookmarks. Okay, and here's one of the boho beads that I made. And then here is the one I made for myself from my Bible, and I love it. I really love it. This one I painted with the shimmery gold copper. No, it was copper. Yeah, it was copper. And then after that dried, then I stamped with what is it called, that stuff? So you can emboss. I'm drawing a blank here. Hold on, I'll get it. So I'll show it to you. Yeah, a Ranger embossing ink pad. Yeah, that's what I used. And I took the stamp and I stamped this onto the stamp, onto the paper, onto the book pages, and then I embossed with the opaque white embossing powder. And there are little suns and scrolls, some different scroll work, and that's how I did this one. I mean, the possibilities are endless. You can do anything, but initially I used old book pages and then just kind of added different things to it. And like I said, I added with a little bulb pin some more boho beads that I made. Okay, so I'm going to move these to the side, and I'm going to show you real quick how I made my boho beads. Let me see here. Okay, now I'm just going to pull random. Oh, I didn't add a boho bead to this one or put the eyelets in yet, but I cut out scraps of my alcohol ink papers that I did. And this one looked a lot like stained glass. So I cut strips, again, 1/2 inch strips of paper. I haven't, but doesn't that look cool? Just scraps of my alcohol ink papers. So I'm gonna put eyelets in that and a boho bead to that one too. But like I said, the possibilities are endless. You can use anything. Okay. Now I'm gonna pull these paper strips up that I cut. Okay. So these strips are all, and what I did was front and back. I cut the strips of book papers or the alcohol ink paper or whatever you're using, and then I would take another 1/2 inch strip and I would glue it to the other side, because you want the same design on both sides, because you'll be folding over the papers, the strips, to make the braid. So okay, let me see, where's the other ones? Do I have more of those? How about, all right, I'm going to set those aside. I'm going to try this one. These papers, again, I did I do that one? Nah. You know what? I can't seem to make up my mind. I'm sick. You know, that's what I'm gonna blame it on. I'm sick. So I can't make up my mind. All right, I'm going to use these scraps of alcohol ink paper. But you can use, initially that's how I started, was with just regular book pages, okay? Okay, so you're going to need your strips of paper. Okay. I just use Elmer's glue disappearing purple glue stick. Okay. I have yet to try. I've wanted to try the Yoo-Hoo glue sticks, but I'm not sure if I'm not sure which one, because there's different ones. There's white ones, there's blue ones. So y'all just need to post a message below and let me know which Yoo-Hoo glue stick to buy, because I don't want to be disappointed. Okay, where's my plastic? Here it is. I didn't want glue all over my table, so I just used this old plastic packaging. It's like really thick. It's like really thick. Yeah, is that a word? Thick. It's like really thick plastic. Yeah. Anyhow, it came off of a package, and that's what I'm using, so I can put the glue. All right. So you take 2 strips like this, okay? And you're going to put a little bit of glue down on the top here, and then place this over like this, okay? You press it down a little bit, give it a minute to, okay, just going to leave that for uno momento, okay? And then you take another strip. Let's try this one. Just try a different one. This one's like a blue, bunch of blues. Okay, so put a little bit more glue there. Okay, now you take the next strip and you place it right directly under the right side. So there's 2 strips right butted up next to each other like that. Okay, here I'm going to use my little tweezers to pull this up. I'm hoping you can see this. Okay. Okay. Why is that doing that? Stop it. Just stop it. Okay. Next is you take your 4th strip, because you're going to, I'm not going to make this one as long. Then you take your 4th strip and you put some glue there, and you place this strip over the top of the other 2 you just glued down, and you butt it up next to the strip on the left side. Okay, just like that. And then you start braiding. You take the outside and yeah, I need some more glue. Okay, so I just put just a little dab so it'll hold when I fold it over. You take the outside strip and you fold. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I'm going to try to, okay? Zoom, 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 zoom. Okay, now I'm going to move this down a little bit like that. Okay, so you can see that, okay? And I'm going to take the outside strip and you're going to hold down the center here with your left hand, and you're going to curve this one in and fold it. And butt it right up against the other 2 on the left side, and you press down. And you make a fold. Okay. Next, then you take the top strip on the left side right here, and you fold it in again. Oh, I forgot to put a little glue down. I'm not good about that. You fold it in, and you butt it up next to the strip on the right side, and you press down. Okay, and then you come back over the right side. You go back and forth, and over on the right side. A little glue, just so it'll hold. Then you fold it over. And down. So I'm going to just keep doing this so you can watch me doing a couple more. Watching me go back and forth. Okay. Back and forth, back and forth. So I'm wondering, it is dreary, it is cold, it's dreary, it's raining here. I wish that I could, oh my gosh, I've been watching the news, all those horrible fires in California, and all those, all those thousands of people evacuated, lost their homes, and they just keep burning. I wish in a way that I could bring some of the rain from over here and just dump it over California. Wouldn't that be nice? But I'm praying for all of you. I really am. I'm praying for all of you. But I'm wondering how everybody else is. I hope everybody's just crafting right along. I wouldn't wish this flu bug on anyone, so I can't wait until it's like it's gone. You know, and it's really weird when you've got like the actual, like the real flu. It's like it comes in waves. It's like, ugh, you feel absolutely horrible. Like you can't even listen to anyone. You can't talk to anyone. All you can do is just lay in the darkness on the bed, and you know, if you're not making a dozen trips to the bathroom at a time, you just want to lay in bed in the darkness and be left alone. And then all of a sudden, you know, 4 hours later, you wake up and it's like, oh, okay, I feel human a little bit. You take a shower, and you know, you might try to eat a little something, like a little cup of soup or something, or you're like, oh wow, okay, I can do this, and then all of a sudden, a couple hours later, you're like, whoa, okay, it's time to go back to bed. At least that's the way it's been for me. Okay, so we're gonna make a teensy wincy bincy bookmark, a little teeny weensy one, because not all books are tall and big and huge. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna work it on down. Yeah, I'm trying to conserve my energy, so I'm a little quiet today, more than usual. But I think you guys get the idea, right? All right, so I'm going to just finish this one up, show you how I cut off the ends when I'm done. And then, yeah. Okay, one more flip over and I think I'm good. One more flip over. Yep. One more flip over. Yuppers. I think I'm good. Okay. Yeah, that one doesn't want to stick very well, so maybe I didn't put in much. Come on. You can do it. I know you can. Okay, down it goes. And we're going to try this one. Yep. Okay. I think that's good. All right. Sometimes the glue sticks work well, and then sometimes not so much. So I'm here at the end, okay? And I simply just want to cut it flush to make the nice point like at this end, okay? So all you do is you find where that, and you just clip it off, and then you go to the other side and just like that, okay? And we move these little scrappy pieces over to the side, okay? And then, let me see here. I don't know. Let me see here. Where's my, oh, there's my crocodile right over there. Okay. Do I want to do this? Yeah, I do. Okay, so real quick, like, we're going to, I'm going to get some, there's a couple of those. That'll work. This one, I guess I need to get some more eyelets. I've only got this and, oh, I got one other package, but they're low too. Guess it's time to go shopping at the craft store. Yeah, well, when I feel better, I will. How come I can't find anything? Because you haven't been in your craft room in 2 weeks, Gina. That's why. How to do it. Just gonna get some pen. Here we go. I have a pen or a pencil or something. Okay, so what I usually do is, sorry about that. I usually just make like a mark. Okay, and then I make a mark down here. That's a little bookmark, a little teensy weensy bookmark. Okay, we're going to punch a little happy holes at each end where I marked them. Okay, and then our happy little eyelets. Oh, for goodness sake. Okay, there's one end. And then there's, oh, well, you need another eyelet, Gina. Jeez, okay. That. Okay. There we go. There you have it. There is your little braided bookmark. See, and I mean, every single one is going to be different because you're using different paper, different designs, different paints, different stamps, whatever. I mean, the possibilities are endless. But I just remembered, I really have been inspired lately by all these, you know, like people like Pam at the Paper Outpost. Like, I mean, the uses of old book pages are, I mean, literally endless. But it may, watching her inspired me and got me thinking about when I was a kid and how Sister Lorraine used to have us do these braided bookmarks. I mean, of course, we didn't have all the tools and the craft supplies that we have today, but she got pretty creative in what she had, and she was something else. She was like I said, she was a teensy weensy little woman, but she was a force to be reckoned with, and I loved her. So there you have it. There's the bookmarks with the little bulb pins at the end with some little boho beads that I've been making. I am addicted to making boho beads. Yeah. Again, if you would like me to, I will gladly do a short little video showing you how I make boho beads. But seriously, my crafty little tribe, there are a bazillion already tutorials out there. But I'll do one if you'd like me to. I will gladly do it because I want to inspire as many people as I possibly can. But there you have it. There's my little braided bookmark. Now I got to decide on, now I got to make a little boho bead for this too. Well, that's a cute little thing. Okay guys, I'm going to try this afternoon to do another video, but if not, just know I'm just not 100%. And I mean, but I really miss you guys, and I love you, and I keep you all in my prayers and in my thoughts every day. It's crazy. Even when I'm in the midst of turmoil and crazy things in life, I still think about all of you. I still think about how thankful I am, because I always have this to fall back on. Even on my worst days, I have this community to fall back on, and I am forever grateful. I really, really am. So before I start crying and acting like a baby, yeah, I'm just not well, guys. So I love you, and I will see you soon. Hopefully I'll get up enough energy to maybe do another video today or tomorrow. I know I'm behind. Please forgive me. But I'm here. I really am. I haven't forgotten y'all. Love ya. See you soon. Bye for now.